Like when you first got the call that you was getting drafted, who was the first person you spoke to?
Obviously talked to Lebron.
You talked to Bron off the rip?
It was a lockout. It was a lockout year, so I worked out with Bron in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was able to get down there, I was able to speak to Coach Riley.
Yeah.
When the lockout, you can't really talk, but once the lockout ended, I was able to speak to Pat and
I forgot all about
Spoelstra and stuff like that. It was awkward with the lockout.
Yeah.
But once the lockout ended, it was grind time. I came to Miami. They introduced me to the city. The city welcomed me to this day. Miami is like a home away from home. I'm down here all the time training, obviously with Remy, and so I love Miami.
After you got picked by Miami, when was the first time you met like Bron Wade? Because you got a ring that year.
Yeah. We were off the rip, first two, right off the rip.
Right off the rip, you got two, and I just remembered that. So how was that first convo with like Bron Wade? How did when you first got here to the first conversation?
I'm gonna be honest, it was cool because I'm not a starstruck guy, bro.
Yeah.
And so obviously that being from Ohio, Bron was favorite player growing up in Ohio. Anybody that's from where you from, you kind of latch on to.
Yeah.
Obviously the way it was Flash growing up, 05, 06, he took over the finals, so I had watched that.
Yeah.
So obviously I knew those guys. They were basketball geniuses, but I wanted to prove my worth when I got here, so I wasn't really starstruck. I was trying to show that they could trust me so that I can play. I didn't want to be one of those young guys that didn't get to play. I wanted to come in and play for a championship team, and I earned their trust. I earned the coaching staff trust, and I was in the rotation and was able to contribute to us winning.
Damn, man, y'all were that's one of the greatest teams of all time.
Man, that unit was nice, bro. It was really nice. It was a complete team, honestly, bro. Even that second unit, was special to help keep those leads, or when we were down, to able to cut it in half a little. So it was definitely. I learned a lot, bro. I had some great vets. It was high level practice competition. You got to be an alpha male. Playing for Miami is not for everybody.
That's fast.
It's not for everybody. You really got to be an alpha male. You really have to compete at the highest level. And so, I'm glad I was able to start my career there.
So how were those practices like in there with Bron and Wade? Like what was that?
Oh man, days where we played, it was active.
Yeah.
It got active in there for sure. It got active. You see stuff in the game, and it's even more special things that happen in practice that you don't see. You see shots that they make, plays that they make. Obviously you get a little trash talk, get a little chippy, but like I said, it's all to make each other better. And when we got out there on the court against the other team, it was trouble. We were a unit, and the personality. We had the little flair, the dunks, the lobs, the defense, the different personalities, the Birdmans, the UD, the Ray Allen corner three. The alley oops to Brian, D Wade with the Euro. So it was personality. Shane taking the charges. You know what I mean? So we had Mike Miller. No shoe threes and stuff. So it was, you had the flat top, full court, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all were so well balanced.
Rio with the, always gotta hit a clutch shot. Rio gonna always hit one in the clutch. So we just had a complete team, bro. And then I can't forget about CB1, bro.
Facts.
CB1 did whatever was necessary for us. And so, man, we had a complete team, and Spo did a great job of taking all that and putting a product out there for us to be successful.
Right, and I feel like he's an underrated coach because during that time he was still earning. He was young.
Stripes. He was a young coach at the time. He had to earn his stripes, but hey, he earned them.
Yeah, facts.
He earned them. He got rings on his finger to show for him. So if it was any question, he definitely earned his stripes for sure.
Big facts.
Shout out to Spo.
Yeah, that first final experience because you were a rookie. Mm-hmm. So imagine you're coming from mid-major school. And off the rip, you're playing in the finals against OKC. That was Westbrook, Harden, KD.
Yeah.
So
Ibaka.
Yeah, I remember you had a big game 4. Mm-hmm. Like I remember that game.
Yes, sir.
Me and my brother watching that. So how's that experience like?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. It was almost like it was normal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know nothing else.
Yeah.
It was like you play to win. We were winning. In college, I competed for Horizon League championships. High school, I competed for state championships. So, I was used to competing for the championship. And so to be blessed and to be fortunate enough to compete for the championship in the NBA, it was kind of like, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it wasn't normal until a few years later. And, you get a healthy respect for it once you have been separated, from that opportunity. But yeah, it was it was great competing for it all, bro. It was great, bro.